Puck structure.
I'm tagging along for the ride.
Puck structure.
Max is gonna freak out. Oh my gosh! Welcome, one and all, to the Model Citizens Show. I don't know what episode number it is, but we're back all together after like 2 weeks off. Yeah, it is 13. I am your host, Logan Moore, and with me today is Max, and he's very nervous.
I'm not nervous. You just know me. I like a schedule. I like structure.
Yeah, I know you do. And Michael's here. He just cracked something open. What did you just crack open?
Cracked a skull.
This is Kraken Black Spiced Rum.
You cracking the Kraken?
It's gonna be a very interesting podcast.
Wait, all right.
Oh, it's just a little bit. It's just like.
And is Mario? Hold on. Going live to Mario. I think he's chugging ketchup. Did you just shoot ketchup into your mouth, Mario?
It was the closest thing to me. I thought it would be tasty, but it's really salty.
Oh
really
gosh,
gross
that's
looking.
Disgusting.
Hey man, that has lycopene, and you're good, dude.
Good.
You're being healthy.
Will I get drunk?
And I appreciate that.
Will I get drunk off of that?
Lycopene drunk.
Good.
What the?
Living that good life.
So,
No one told me this was a drinking podcast. I might.
Nobody told me either. That's why.
Can I go back there and get a drink?
Isn't this like our bullshitting podcast? This is the only drinking podcast.
Yeah, you're fine, Max. We will be fine without you for 30 seconds if you're gonna go back there.
I'm just saying, if we're all gonna have something to drink,
Just
all of us, I
remember.
mean, Michael.
I'm not.
Just remember our first episode.
My water is all gone. So, what's been up, guys? I actually haven't talked to you in quite a long time. How's it going?
You've talked to me. We're good.
Oh, yeah, sort of.
I'm doing fine. Logan, you have 21 minutes left to your birthday.
Yeah, it is my birthday. So, hooray for
Happy
that.
birthday!
Woo!
So,
Happy birthday. Wait, how you 23?
23, dude.
23?
So, yeah,
Nice.
still living at home. Yay. So yeah, that was a thing today. I didn't even think about it when I woke up either.
Did you do anything at all?
No, I went to work. I came home and I did nothing. I played Nex Machina and I watched the NBA draft.
Sounds like a good day.
Sounds pretty darn good.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys do anything at this point? I don't think I've done anything special for my birthday in 4 or 5 years, honestly.
Go ahead. And I was gonna say the last memorable birthday I've had was I played Fable 3 all the way through on my birthday. I think it was I was on my 21st birthday.
That's a rager.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm jealous.
How are you jealous? Fable 3 is garbage, dude. It's so bad.
First of all,
just playing a game all day on your birthday, that sounds great. I've never played a Fable game, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell Max to be quiet.
I'm jealous that he got to play a game all day.
Fable 2, GOAT. Right?
I heard there was a dog.
Fable 3,
very good.
Opposite of GOAT.
Three is just as fun.
2/3 of
Good
3
times.
is very good.
Yeah. And then the ending.
The king stuff kind of is lame.
Yeah. But then again, if you think about how the ending of Fable 2 happens, it's literally just press X, press A, press B.
Pretty much.
Hey, man. It was a fun ride. And that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
What do you do on your birthdays, Michael? Anything?
Recently, for the past, it's probably been 4 years now. I go to, have you ever heard of Texas de Brazil?
Yeah.
It's like a Brazilian.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Brazilian grill.
I think so. Yeah.
Never been there, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's more just my friends and I call it meat day.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
it just so happens to lie on my birthday. And we're not really celebrating birthday, we're celebrating fine meats.
I mean,
all right.
Every day could be a birthday if it's meat day.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's basically like a meat buffet. They have these steaks with steaks on it, and they they just give you
and it's
fresh.
There's a green
cuts of meat.
You have a green card, and
delicious.
as long as it's green, they will just keep bringing you meat. And the only way to stop delivering the meat is to flip it over to red.
I don't like that you said it was a green card. It's not a green card. It's a button. I call it a button. It's like a circle. I mean, I'm kind of offended that you call it a green card. You think
there was no racial backing behind that. It is a card that is green.
Look, your name's Max the White. You just told a brown man that I had a green card, and I flip it.
That's why you got engaged to Amber, so you could be here legally.
No, that's worse. Now we're like this interracial couple, and now I brought her into this. She's now deemed.
She's actually
brown.
She's gonna
brown
get
by association.
No, the government's gonna take care of her. Then now her white privilege has been taken away.
The government's not gonna do shit. They do the opposite.
I just like that Amber has 69 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I talked to her. I tweeted at her today. I won't say talk to her.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
First time ever.
So,
yeah.
Because I saw your conversation and then
I was going to say, she seems like a nice lady based off our 140 character interaction.
Yeah. Actually, so she said you guys are picking out a venue for your wedding, which I know we talked about last time, but where is that going to be? Like
it's around by me, so I mean,
like at a church or a park or a zoo or
it's mostly going to be at it's going to mostly be at a
gentleman's club.
Just like a venue where they have weddings. We're not going to have like a church wedding or anything. It's in Elgin. So if you know where Elgin is.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Oh, Elgin Baylor. Yeah.
That's where we're Elgin Baylor. Yeah, we're looking there. There's another place in Spring Grove that we're looking at, but we're going
mine's in
July 13th. We're taking up some tours.
Good.
To those venues.
Go check them out.
Sounds lame.
Hey, pro tip. I found out.
Oh God.
No,
just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip. Pro tip.
Okay.
When you do like tastings for food. I went to a barbecue chain down here and for a tasting, and they literally brought out.
Do they have meat day?
They don't have meat day. It's not like Texas Day Brazil, but they just brought out all this food that you got to try everything. I'm talking almost one of everything on their menu, and it was free.
Max.
Yeah.
When somebody says, "Hey, can you try these foods for us? It's free." I'm all in it. Dude.
Oh, I'm just saying. Ready. Make sure you schedule lots of tastings, even if you know you're not going to use that place. Just try it out.
Just be quiet and fill your face with food. And
but
let your wife make the decisions.
I like quality food. I don't want to eat a bunch of garbage. Like,
no, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying go to McDonald's and go, man, you guys would be great caterers for my wedding. Let me eat this Big Mac.
I mean, I would love like a White Castle's crave case. They would just feed
Amber
in the reception.
Amber wants to do.
They've just got like a bunch of microwaves off in the corner, and they're just kind of warming them up. Beep, 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 beep.
Amber wants to do Portillo's for a rehearsal.
Yes,
you should do that.
Cake shake.
Yeah, so we might do that.
That would be good.
Yeah, we were doing that, but
nice.
It's fun, exciting.
Julio.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Meat.
Oh, how we were doing.
And just how we're doing.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good.
How you doing, Mario? I think you're the only one who didn't answer the question. How are you doing?
I mean, I can't complain. I'm doing as adequate as possible. Living the dream.
You're still breathing.
I'm still breathing. Nope, I'm not gonna make that references too soon. But yeah, I'm having a good time.
That almost became a really dark joke, I think.
Yeah, it would have.
I guess it had to do with a celebrity death. Trying to figure out which one it is. Was it 6 months ago around Christmas time?
No.
Okay. No. I thought it might have had to do with a certain toxicology report that came out this past week. But
no, but I went too.
But I'm going to stay away from Sundays.
I thought it was Adam West, but
well, rest in peace, Adam West. That was really fucked.
That sucked. Okay, so like I was just in LA and they had. I wish I would have known like in advance, but they had
right?
Yeah, they had the whole like vigil or whatever where they put the bat signal up on the Los Angeles town hall or whatever. And like hundreds or thousands of people just kind of like gathered up and were like, Adam West, yeah. And that would have been cool to go to while I was there. But I think it was also after day 3 of E3, which meant I was dead at that point.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to crawl in a hole and never come out, or at least
but
for like 24 hours.
You couldn't hang out with Xavier Woods and Mega Ran because I guess they both went to that. They went to see the giant.
So I actually met Mega Ran at E3.
Nice.
I talked to him. I had an appointment so he was doing a set. Have you guys ever heard of Super Soul Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
They're like a cover band, but they do like primarily.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love this
primarily
stuff.
like trombone, saxophone, stuff like that. Like it's more jazzy covers of famous game music. They
all the time.
They had done a set for 3 days, and on I think it was day 2, Mega Ran was there.
Nice.
And he was doing. He was just telling them to play their normal stuff, and then he would rap over that, just make it all up on the spot because he's that good. So I watched him for like 15 minutes, and they did like a really good set together. And he came off the stage, and I was just like, "Hey, dude, that was awesome." And I just introduced myself real quick and told him I had to dodge out, and he seemed cool.
Yeah, cool. He's a nice
guy.
But
yeah, I saw. So the one thing I don't want to get into the whole like, recap the E3 trip again, because that's what we did on Millennial Gaming Speak this week. You can go listen to that. But I saw, and I told you, Michael, I saw Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
and he was like 2 feet from me,
dude.
And it sucked because they were like I was walking past the Activision booth, and I've looked over, and they had just gotten off some stations, and they were talking to some people. And I was like trying to get a picture with him real quick, but like the second he finished talking to whoever he was talking to, he like left. And I didn't want to like grab him and be like, "Get over here, Samoa Joe," because he could have like, I don't know, choked me out or something like that.
What's his name?
It was weird though.
Coquina Clutch or what's it called?
Yeah. When I saw him though, it was funny because they said Jeff said the same thing on the Giant Bomb show that night. When I first saw him, I was like, "Oh man, it's the #1 contender." That guy's fighting Brock Lesnar soon. It was like it was real to me when I saw him.
That's
like I was
awesome.
thinking about it within the current storylines.
Hey, it is real. It's real to me.
It is. It is actually very real.
Speaking of real, did you see the second most disturbing breakup of the WWE?
Oh God, here we go with WWE again.
No, we have to talk about WWE for a second. What is it?
Enzo and Cass.
Yes, yeah.
So Max,
that
last trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 was real good, right?
No,
it was. I'm excited for the new stuff.
Oh, keep that confined to the podcast.
Unlike things that are coming out in 2019, this is now, so relevant.
So. Hey Mario, how was that Goodbye Christopher Robin trailer? Like very sad. Like Winnie the Pooh's a doll. He's not alive.
It looks like it's post World War I.
Yeah, it's pretty
dark. Shows up.
I didn't watch that. I saw you guys post that. I'll have to watch that afterwards.
So
it does look pretty sick.
That's not the movie that we talked about. That's another movie. They're Armageddon double impacting this shit with Christopher Robin.
Oh, so it's the Winnie the Pooh cinematic universe?
Yeah.
This movie is apparently based on how Winnie the Pooh came to be as like a book.
It's the
it's very dark.
Yeah, it's like the Finding Neverland version of it.
Okay.
And I only knew the basics Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Saving Mr. Banks was good, I thought.
It was pretty good.
I saw.
And now they're making a sequel to Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Save Us All.
That guy sucks. So actually, the E3 coming off of E3, I did have something I've been wanting to talk about, and so we've been stewing on this topic of talking about depression for a while, which I know is a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to tie it in naturally with
how great of a trip you've had, and you're doing so great and cheery.
No, kind of the opposite, because E3 was like a mixed bag to where it was awesome to be there, but there were like, how do you guys, and this might not have to deal with depression, maybe we can get there in a minute, because I think this whole thing I'm moving towards is something that makes me depressed personally. How do you guys deal with realizing the content we create here and all over the place and everything else we do or where we want to be or whatever, like just might never happen, because going to E3, it was cool to see all of the developers and publishers and stuff like that. And I thought I did good work, and I thought we tried our hardest out there with like the team we had and stuff like that. But seeing how many other people wanted to do it, one, and then seeing how many other people are like further ahead of me, and I also don't feel like they're better than me. I don't know. It like made me real bummed out being there and seeing stuff like that. And I don't know. Like, obviously, this goes back to the whole like getting cool jobs thing that I think we've talked about on this show once or twice. But I don't know. Like, how do you guys like manage that stuff and like realize that like if you don't get to be where you want to be, like it's not the biggest deal? Like, I don't know. Like that stuff really messes with me, I guess.
So for me personally, I have like a dream job or whatever, right? Like I want to do the video game writing, blah blah blah, whatever. My goal is to do that, but my overarching goal for everything, for me to be happy with life, is going to sound really corny right now, but it's
live
to
in a cabin with Amber.
No, it is to like have a family with Amber and have like a stable job, just that could provide for her, and if we have a family, like that is what will make me at the minimal like happy. And then if I do get the job that I would love to have, then that's like maximum peak of happiness. So yeah. I mean, I am on that way, so I'm like in some ways happy, but I'm also working this job that I fucking hate, so it's like, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag for me too. So, I mean, that's how I kind of do it. I love doing this, and this is me trying to like go in that direction and try to get experience doing all this stuff. And I don't know, like if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I also just have like a fun time, like talking and everything like that too. Like I have a fun time hanging out with you guys and all that stuff. So that's like a good way to do with that too. But yeah, I do this stuff a lot, not just because of like getting experience or anything like that, but it also helps me with my personal like depression stuff, because I sometimes just need to talk about random shit and just not think about anything. That's why I wanted to bring up another topic. I wanted to bring up was like why we play video games. I think was one of them that I put in there.
You threw that pitch in there.
Yeah. And that's like a reason why I play video games or read comics or anything. Like you just escape into a different world. And in this, like doing podcasting is like that for me as well. So I don't know. That's how it is for me.
I mean, to maybe refocus it, I think, into something more specific, because I left it kind of broad there. But like, do you guys ever, with all the hashtag content that we make across our different avenues, not even just specifically with Model Citizens or anything like that, like, do you guys ever wonder, like, why do I even do this? Because that thought crosses my head a lot. And I think to not like call any people out on this podcast, like you guys know, the private conversations we've had where it's like person X, Y, and Z, like, haven't done anything, and like look at the positions they're in, and it's like,
well, you gotta suck Dave's dick, dude. You gotta suck some dick. I mean, I get that.
Honestly, I'm trying to like seriously. I'm trying to like juggle that part of it with also the part that's like, hey, but I'm also doing cool work, and meanwhile, other people are like, nah, if I just slob enough knob, then that'll be good enough. And it's like,
it's, you know, like I feel like it's 40% trying, like creating really cool stuff, like having a good portfolio and stuff like that. I think a lot of it though is sucking dick. Like, well, I'm not even kidding.
I can agree. I can tone it down by just saying a part of it is reaching out, less sucking dick, but it is the people you know.
Yeah, like knowing people. Like, okay, yeah. To say it without being so vulgar, right? Knowing people, getting connections, like, you know, doing all that stuff. Like, you need to do that stuff, and those people just focused more on that, and it worked out for them. And I know your work, Logan. I've worked with you with that, doing that stuff. I do think you do great work. But yeah, like networking is like a huge part of it. And if that's why, like when we did that PlayStation Experience thing, I wanted to do more of that stuff. It's too bad where we were at just went nowhere. But yeah, like that's a huge part. So yeah,
I mean,
Go
ahead.
As far as the content that we make, hashtag content that we make and do, and Logan, you and I specifically have been working together for 2 years now.
Over, yeah, like two and a half. It was since February 2015.
Yeah, we've been podcasting together on MGS and been back in contact for that long, and we're nearing 100 episodes, so that is a lot of hashtag content. I don't necessarily worry about reaching X number of people or whatever to be considered to feel good about it. I worry about originality. I see us do a gaming podcast and I see 50 other people do a gaming podcast. I see new people launch Patreons every day to do this stuff. And some people are like, cool. And some people are like, I don't need this in my life. I don't understand why you're even doing this. I struggle with the originality part of it and standing out because I can't think of anything, at least it feels like, that's new and original that's going to help each one of us stand out. And that's part of why I think we created this little brand here. You know, it's something that we can create and funnel, and it's our personalities and creativity on the line.
I mean, to jump in for a second too, like that's also why I've been really wanting to restructure MGS.
Yes.
Is because I think we've gotten way too into a rut with that show to it. We do mail it in a lot. And it's not as original as it could be.
Yeah, it's honestly lost the millennial edge when we dropped the play and report, not pay and play.
Yeah, that when I go back, we still have like the original summary for what that show was supposed to be as like our iTunes summary, and I'm like, no, we don't do that anymore.
We haven't done that for 80 episodes.
Yeah, I think that ended with the Castlevania episode.
Castlevania was the last one. We did Super Metroid and Castlevania and Link to the Past
and Mega Man 2.
And Mega Man 2. That's right.
I think that was maybe it.
That was it. That's as far as what we make. I struggle with the creativity and like the originality behind it. I want to do something that stands out. Because anyone can make a podcast. Anyone can do this. Yeah. You don't need a fancy microphone. You just need to hit the record button and go.
It's kind of why, like I've stated before, like I wanted to meet up at one point and think of short form content stuff that we could do, because like honestly, like nobody, I mean, there are some people maybe watching or whatever, right? Just some regular viewership in some sort of case or whatever.
Ryan's here. Like, I think Abby's here.
Abby for sure is here. She's texting me.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Greg.
If Amber goes on the internet, I will not be able to talk, so she cannot.
That's how fragile the Wi-Fi is.
You know what's funny? It's funny,
like 10 kilobits per second. So we can't have her go on.
This is for Amber, and this is also, this is for. I told my girlfriend, hey, if you want to hear about my story, what I did in San Francisco, I was like, why don't you just tell me it? I'm like, but there's an episode laid out. All of this. She's like, no, just tell me. Like, but we have an hour and a half of content. But don't you want to listen to that?
Mario, no. We don't talk anymore. I talk into a microphone every week.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to talk to me, you put those headphones in and you listen to what I make.
That's right.
So tell her we need those clicks.
I know.
Yeah, we need the reviews. Come on.
Why don't you support my dreams?
Yeah. Whoever's watching this right now, give us 5-star reviews on iTunes right now.
And then in the comment just says they told us to do this.
Yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, all the fun
stuff. To kind of, I guess it's kind of on topic of the point of what you were talking about of the content we create, drifting a little bit more toward the generic side of things. Like to be honest, I haven't written anything in 2 to 3 months. I haven't. I'll sit down to write something and I can't. Nothing. Like I have plenty of ideas. I have idea titles just sitting there of things I could write, and I haven't touched anything. And I'm sitting here, and a part of this is just applying for jobs and not hearing anything, which we've talked about before. Mario specifically, I think, was a really big part of that conversation and big kind of help as far as path and, enlightenment. It's interesting
what
stuff.
To do after school, and I know it's still a struggle.
Yeah, and I sit here and I go, what's, like, what is writing? Like, what's the point of it if I...
Yeah. You just bringing that up just reminds me of the whole thought I had in my head today, where I'm like, I really want to write a script. Why am I not sitting in front of the computer that I am right now and actually start doing it?
It's because the process sucks. It really does. Like,
I have fun writing. I just haven't come up.
I have fun writing when I have an outline of what I want to write.
Sure.
There's so often that I sit down in front of the computer though, and it's like I have this idea and I don't know how to freaking throw it onto the page. Like I was working on a couple of op-eds through E3, and it was like, how do I construct a good argument in an opinion piece? And I could like spill my thoughts out in verbal form really easily, but I couldn't like put them on the page very well. And I just kept backspace and everything.
Eloquence and elegance.
Where are you at, Mario, though? Because I know you were about to jump in a couple of seconds ago.
I mean, I can only go to so far in terms of my input and say our content and what I do. Very much, I am the guy who creates the thumbnail, and I don't do anything else. I do nothing else. That's all I do, and I barely am good at that. And a part of me is like, I really want to do more.
I love your thumbnails, by the way.
Hey,
the one you did for the Abby episode with the old man creeping behind the slide. I love that
you had no idea that he was there for like a week.
I approved it. I was like, go for it. And then later I see this old guy creeping. It was the best. This is my favorite. It's my favorite thumbnail so far.
Some of them are I'm like, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's just throw Abby and Max and old man, or another person's like, let's just have a picture of Billy Madison. That's just it,
That's so good.
But in terms of our project that we've developed, I've helped in such a little capacity, and
I totally disagree. Like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, you're the one who made you constructed the logo. Like
you definitely have helped with the image and branding.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it just feels like, okay, I got to that point where I'm like, okay, I did all that, and then now we exist. Now we're alive. And then I am just the voice of this, right? I'm just
I kind of get where you're coming from, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you might see you might see Logan or myself. We're on 3 of our 4 podcasts, and Michael's on 2 of them. It's like, I just show up,
and then I guest on 1 or 2 others throughout the week. So
yeah. So I correct me if I'm wrong again, but I think I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I could probably tie it into the whole output versus like people seeing it, and I'm like, I feel like I contribute so little. Well, I have people that I'm surrounded by that are doing so much, like writing for DualShockers, having amazing interviews with people that I'm like, how the fuck did you even get their contact information, and have a 2-hour conversation?
Twitter.
Like I said, typically it's their first name at the website they work at. It works.
Yeah. Oh man. That's awesome. But it's just stuff like that where I'm like, I'm constantly surrounded by it, but I feel like I'm never outputting enough. Or when I finally like do a video, like one of my older videos is awesome. The last video I did was I'm just going to do one shot and I'm just going to talk, which to me, that's still fun. I actually still just like talking into the camera.
Right.
So it's just, getting back into the rhythm, and then it really seeps in from, I want to say that's where the depression comes in, when you feel like you're not doing enough. And so you don't motivate yourself to keep going. Like I wrote a tweet a couple weeks, I guess, from now, but essentially it was just about how like I just couldn't do anything for hours, and I was up all night, and the only thing that could make me feel happy was to eat hot dogs at 3:00 in the morning.
I think I saw you say something about that somewhere.
Yeah, and then my mom comes out and judged me, and I was like, well, now you're horribly depressed. Luckily,
did you put celery salt on the hot dogs?
I did not.
Well, what's your problem? That's depressing.
I know. I had put it in the microwave too. It's very depressing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a low.
Yeah, it was bad.
No dignity. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Michael's appalled.
I understand though. I get where you come from.
But it's those attitudes where I'm like, I really want to be outputting something, but my body is just not letting me, and I'm doing habits that I don't want. Like, I have only a certain amount of hours, and then I go to work, and then I have a certain amount of hours, and I'm not contributing in the best way possible. So, figuring it out step by step. And then E3 was, I went there last year, and I have the same feeling where I'm like, I'm surrounded by so many people doing so many things, and I'm not really a part of it.
I didn't go to E3 and I've never been before, but when I hear about it and I see all your pictures, Logan, like I don't know if you were talking to Michael and Mario while you were there, but you like sent me pictures of your interviews and like all this cool stuff. And like when I see that, I find it very encouraging because you are there, you did it. Like you got there, you have a media badge. And like, I find that very encouraging. Not, when you look at, and I'm picking a person over like IGN, like Brian Altano. Granted, he's a personality, not a journalist. Like obviously that's years of work and talking for hundreds of thousands of hours on podcast. And you're there as a reporter, like you start, but if you look at least the people I look up to, their trajectory is the same. They start here, they get to a reporter, and then they go to events, and then they have more experience under their belt. And you look at one of my favorite people is Jose Otero, who actually just got a job at Nintendo. He started as a math teacher, and then he went on and he worked at what was that website affiliated with IGN before they shut it down? One Up. He worked at One Up. I remember that he worked there as a Nintendo reporter. He even reviewed Skyward Sword, and then he became IGN's Nintendo guy, and now he works at Nintendo. And like that's years of practice and putting in the work for it. And he now works for his favorite company ever. And I see you specifically because we've podcasted together for 2.5 years, like we were saying, and then I've seen you write and work your way through sites like PlayStation Insider. Now you're at DualShockers, and like. You're there, dude. You just went to E3 with the company. And like now you'll be able to say, I was here, I did this. I've been podcasting about video games for 100 episodes.
Yeah, I even bought the official shirt that says, I was at E3
You did? Did you buy that shirt?
You did not go to the little shop that's in the corner that has like all the shitty merchandise.
I wish I would have.
I did. So it's sad. It's just the saddest merchandise. The only thing I bought from there was those nerdy glasses that are like 3D, like chipped, like 8-bit glasses. That's
yeah.
I saw all the merch on the first day though, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the lamest stuff I've ever seen. And then Giant Bomb, I ironically bought all of it, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. I wish I would have got that shirt actually.
Oh my god,
fucking fanboy. I was gonna say, did Sony have an area with stuff? Because Sony,
for merch out front they did.
I was able to Death Stranding shirt.
I got the Kojima Productions shirt.
Oh, that's
nice.
Kojima Productions,
which was like really hard to get actually.
Brand proof.
Yeah. My friend Matt got that for me. Matt.
And you got all the cool Super Mario Odyssey merch. You got the pins and the hat.
So that was
sell that
in my room. I actually probably should sell that.
I'm jealous.
Sell my Persona 4 hat
because I have.
The hat's it's a visor. Visors are lame, man.
But I'm jealous only because I have the Club Nintendo Mario hat from a few years ago. Like if you were a premium member, you got Mario's hat. So I have that, and I actually saw it today in storage, and I was like, he has a hat.
He does have a hat. That was into that. I thought you were gonna go on. Back to the so. I wanted to touch back on something, Max, and I think kind of getting more into like the depression thing. You were talking about like creating original content, and I think,
or something that stands out.
What bums me out so much is that what is like the most popular content on the internet is freaking Let's Plays and this fake YouTuber. What's up, guys? Like we make fun of the whole like, share, comment, subscribe thing, but that is that's a thing. And this YouTube culture and this YouTube personality driven era we're in, the influencers or whatever the heck you want to call them, we're in such a weird area, especially with like the gaming stuff, with like the PewDiePies. And there's even, I'll give you a better.
I wouldn't call it PewDiePie, and I even thought about it.
No, I'll give you a better example. So when we went to the Bethesda conference, there was this kid, there was this guy in front of us, I'll call him a cuck. There's this cuck in front of us that we started talking to before the show.
Wow, calling people out.
And he was like 17 or 18 years old. And he was talking about like how smart he was and how he was like brand manager, something stupid associated with like YouTube channels or something like that. But he was like, yeah, I have a Porsche 911 and like all this other stuff. And he's like, I'm rich and I'm 18 and I could have been a freaking nuclear physicist and like all this weird stuff. And he's like, what do you guys do? And we're like, we write for a website. He's like, writing's lame. You got to go to YouTube and stuff like that. And he's like, you see those people next to you? And we like looked over and there's this dude with like curly hair and this chick he was with. And I was like, yeah, what about him? He's like, yeah, that dude has like 5 million YouTube subscribers, and so does that other chick. And I was like, what the heck? And so after the show, I went and looked up their channels, and their content is both complete and utter garbage. Like there's just a lot of it. But that's the thing. Like there is like, they put out probably 20 videos a week, but it is all trash. Like I can send you guys links to it after the show, and it is all.
But people go to it and people.
That's my
it.
point. That's my point, though, is that so we're talking about trying to make something original that stands out that people would want to go to. But when you look at it, the things that people are flocking to is like the lowest on the totem pole,
lowest common denominator.
Yeah, like the editing of the videos might be nice or something like that. Like there's like good video editing work done on it, but like the actual content itself is not saying anything. It's not important. There is no depth to any of it. It's just I'm gonna scream and bash on my keyboard while I play video games, and it's making millions. So it's like, what is even, how do I fill a niche in this industry where that is like the new popular thing? Like even EA this year was just like influencers. Like they said that the entire time we were
because influencers sell. And kind of to focus a little bit on the angle of it, like I'm sure it didn't start with PewDiePie, but PewDiePie is certainly the most popular person out there, and he knows what he's doing. He's a very smart businessman. He's super successful.
PewDiePie is a bad example. Like I think the PewDiePies and the Markipliers, like those guys are even almost above it. But there's like this whole mid tier.
No, well, what I'm saying is it starts there because they're what makes it popular. You know, well, this works, and then everything flocks to it, and then to kind of hone in on a company we like. Look at Kind of Funny, where Greg started as a writer and then transitioned to a personality at IGN, and now they only do video content. Video content itself as a whole, as a platform and medium, is what sells and brings people in. People don't want to read anymore. People want to watch, which is, I find, unfortunate. And I think that's one of the harder parts about it. Maybe, I don't know.
Kind of Funny also isn't really doing a lot of short form stuff either, too.
No, they're longer form.
But the problem with that, I think kind of
like half an hour or something like that, and it's like, oh, this is a short content by them.
I think Kind of Funny is kind of a bad example, just because Greg Miller is a fairly he was
a well-known quantity before he started his company.
He is like the.
He's like the video game podcaster.
He's like the video game media guy at this point.
Exactly.
He's
and
like
it's
the first person within his industry to have 1 million followers.
Other than like Jeff Gerstmann being like the video game journalist.
Also,
Jeff's that guy. But
look at Danny O'Dwyer. Is it Dan Scanlon?
Drew Scanlon.
Drew Scanlon. I cannot say his name.
Oh man.
It's like Scallion,
both of them,
but he's a Scallion.
Both of them draw, had a community and a following before they started their own things. Which, by the way, Drew's stuff is really interesting. Did you watch his
awesome?
Did you watch his nuclear thing?
Yeah, it's gone viral. Some would say.
Some would say The nuclear one specifically didn't really tie in so much to video games. Like he had some stuff
No.
at the front and the end, but it was still super fascinating. So
His stuff isn't supposed to tie into games, is
Yeah,
it?
it kind of
It
does. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought his message was, and Michael, you probably know this better, is like he's going around to different places around the world to see how video games are in the culture in those places.
Yeah.
So that was, but he was like, I got to see a nuclear museum. So I'm just going to say Fallout in the front and be like, here's how it ties it.
Max keeps saying nuclear, and it's bothering me.
Nuclear.
Am I saying it wrong?
It's nuclear.
Nuclear.
And I'm saying nuclear.
Nuclear. There's
Yeah.
not an extra U in there. It's
nuclear.
Nuclear.
Yes.
Nuclear.
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 Nuka-Cola.
So how does this tie into the general theme topic?
I don't know. It's turned into more of like a rant from myself. I get it. I don't know. Back to like again, like it's just like the content that's popular that people want is
Not
awful
what you want to create.
trash.
It's not what you want to create. It's not.
It's
anything
not
you
what I
wanna
want
be.
to create. It's awful trash. But when I look at it, I'm like, what's popular? What should I build off of? Because that's the thing. Like everything is derivative of something else. It's like, okay, these people are doing this. This is what's obviously popular. How can I put a twist on that and put a spin on that and create something new that people would like? And then you go and look at it and it's like, oh, everybody just likes freaking this idiot screaming as he plays Five Nights at Freddy's 6 or whatever. I don't want to do that. And
How
it's
many
like
Five Nights at Freddy's are there?
That's
There's a lot.
probably like 6
there
or
are a
7,
lot.
honestly.
There are a lot.
Grant can tell me in the comments of this. We've got like our comment section is actually lit this episode.
Oh, what?
Abby was asking me who's replying in it, and I was like, I think
my
it's
friend.
Logan.
Oh, that's me. He's recording.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
five Nights at Freddy's games.
5. Okay.
5? Dang.
Isn't there a
Why?
prequel? I don't know. They apparently sell really
There's
well.
an entire time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
that
this
game's so depth.
So kind of going back to what you were saying, I mean, that's why, and going back to what I was saying before, is like, that's why I was thinking about we do shorter form content, right? Because if we do that, like looking at an video that's going to be an hour and a half long or an hour long is very intimidating because nobody's going to, I mean, and it sounds bad, but we're nobodies. Like nobody knows who we are.
No,
They
yeah,
might,
for sure.
Like, you know, like they
I
are
don't
not
know
going to want to
about
listen to
you, but people know who I am.
but we make like a 5 we make like
No
we
one
make like
knows
a
who I am.
we make like a 5-minute video. Maybe people will stay around and watch that whole 5-minute video, and then and that's I wanted to come up with ideas to do that and stuff. I still can't think of anything, but I would like to do that, and I think that could be more of a jump start. Even like cropping out like funny clips from our podcast would be something that we could even do.
Yeah, I really liked when Mario did that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
See,
doing that
Mario,
stuff
you
is
do
really great.
stuff, man. Come on. You're selling yourself short.
I know. When I get a good idea, I try to implement it.
You have lots of good ideas, Mario.
So, I mean, we've kicked around a few show ideas, but a lot of them are always like long form because we like to make things super long, I guess. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
the whole fellow citizens thing before, or, I mean, there's the like interviewing people. Like that would be such a fun thing to do, but that's also looking at like a 30-minute episode right there.
Sure.
You know?
Mhm.
And I have some ideas that I could bring up to you guys that we could do individually that is released on the channel over every other day that we all do one thing. But I'll talk to you guys about that off the air.
Let's get into vlogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say cooking. Let's cook together. But instead of cooking fresh meals, we do only things that are made in the microwave. So it's like oatmeal. And we just add the milk and put it in the microwave, and then it's done.
Can I do a Periscope stream of me just pooping?
That would be mine with some of our podcasts.
Spaghetti. If I could do one with me eating spaghetti, you could do one while
Tell you what.
Oh,
Here's what I need you to do, Mario.
Okay.
I need you, and you don't even have to tell us. I'll just see it in my subscriber feed.
Okay.
The next time you are up at 3 a.m. and you want a hot dog, I want you to film that entire experience and upload it to our channel.
Please do. Please do.
Okay. I can do that. That's a done deal.
When you do it, can you talk like Julia Child while you're cooking?
Oh, everyone, this is Julia Child, and welcome to my kitchen, where we're gonna make a roast duck cooked in a red wine sauce.
Why you sound like Sean Connery doing a falsetto voice?
It's The Rock. Sean Connery.
You should do that though. We'll do that. Yeah, we do need the shorter pieces. Like, and I know I've said this for a while now, but like with E3 over and my weekends a little bit more open, like we need to.
Weekends just a little bit more open.
Just a little bit more
A
open.
little bit. Just
you, me, and Michael. You, me, and Mario. We need to like plan a get together or something.
Yeah,
we all live like close enough.
Yeah, we're
to each
close
other.
enough.
We should just like all.
You should plan a get together and come to me.
That's so fun.
We'll do that in October.
Yeah, we might. Just so you know, Max,
Curses.
we might be skipping a wedding to go to your wedding. So
Skipping the other wedding?
Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you told that to us in private.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't watch it. They don't know anything.
I'm so
we're
special.
nobody.
Yeah.
Let's. I want to bring it back because I've had enough tequila. To be
Oh
more
my
honest.
Oh, whoa!
Oh,
When
no.
did you slip that in?
Can you
I never noticed
Can
you
you-
do it.
can you be too honest?
Abby, get control
Abby.
of your mans.
Abby, are you?
Not too
Not
long.
stream.
I feel fine. I'll have some more here in a second, but
That pregnant pause. All right.
yeah, that pregnant
All right,
pause.
keep talking,
Back
be
to
right
the
back.
main topic of maybe depression or sadness. I don't know how you cope with things.
I just loved how Logan just dipped.
Yeah, Logan's just out. He's done with me.
Well, he said I gotta be back. You know, he said
but
I'd be back.
Okay.
like I've been obviously since I graduated, even before that, I've been applying, and like I mentioned, I haven't written anything in 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But like I'm even struggling writing a cover letter, and probably even coming down to writing a tweet. I'm actually pretty good at writing tweets. They're not good tweets, but I'm pretty active on there. And it's
Yeah,
just
I'm jealous.
I'm finding, yeah, they're okay tweets. They're okay. I'm having a pretty rough time kind of coping with like I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here playing games and I guess talking about them weekly, but I'm not actually doing anything. And I wonder, I question, like, is this what I'm supposed to do or is this what I want to do? Not because I don't feel like you're wearing the darn hat.
That's why Mario said that he was jealous. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh, you're wearing the hat.
It's me.
Oh my gosh, throw the hat at the screen and become your computer.
I'll travel through the interwebs. Yeah.
Travel through the internet. Gosh, I'm so jealous. Lost my train of thought.
You don't do anything. You feel
Yeah.
like you are
I
bad
feel
at things.
awful. Like, is this what I'm supposed to do? You know, like, you know, sometimes I wonder if I like chose the wrong major career path. Like, no one wants to hire anyone that can write.
What?
They want to hire people that can do video and things.
Yeah, dude.
Where do you? That's yeah.
It's like
Where do you apply though? I mean, other than
I'm
IGN.
applying anything that involves writing or digital content strategy. Like I'm going all over the place as far as what I can do. I'm not just applying for video game writing, but in my head I'm thinking like San Francisco
how many
alone
places-
is just too expensive to move out there. And with Abby, you know, like
With
I have to
child?
think she's not with child. I have to think about
Wait, she's pregnant?
no, she's not pregnant.
Pregnancy confirmed.
God. It's, you know, I have to think
Can we
about these things
name
now.
the child Michael Logan Mario?
Roberts, Michael
Roberts?
Logan, Mario Roberts.
Yeah.
I doubt she'll approve of that, but
MLMR.
we'll roll with
Alright.
it for now. We'll roll with it. If Sam from Lord of the Rings can be Samwise Gamgee, why can't my kid be Logan Michael Mario Roberts? Why not?
Logan Mike.
Maga.
Logan Mara Mike. There you go.
I don't know. It's something I'll talk to her about it if she's still watching.
Mike
I don't know.
Manigo.
Shade just look. She's not there anymore.
Abby,
She's
in the
gone.
comments below, please tell us what you would like to name your child.
And then
If you
rate the
could- and
show, thumbs up, like, subscribe.
Don't forget to check us out on iTunes.
Smash that motherfucking like button right now.
On iTunes,
I bet we can't
Google
get
Play,
10,000 likes on this video.
I don't.
Stitcher. Yeah,
Can't.
I bet you we couldn't even get like 1 million likes or anything like that. It probably won't happen. Whatever.
No, dude, Max, like full. Yeah, like we chose bad career paths.
We did.
Like that's a very bad thing we're trying to do. Like,
But I've
honesty.
Yeah, no, we've chosen a very. It's interesting. I've talked about this a lot with friends and family that are close by. But when I went into my journalism major, there were a bunch of classes within the major that I could have taken that aligned with my end goal as far as career. Things like critical writing, freelance writing, like specific courses that focused on that. And then due to budget constraints at the second largest school in the country,
The universe.
at the universe, which is technically true, I suppose. But
Hey, man, you don't know what's out there.
I don't. I mean, for
That's
all
a,
we
that's
know.
a whole different topic. But okay.
So anyway, in the country, due to budget constraints, shrunk it down, cut everything, bare bones. Journalism at UCF is a very interesting major. It completely changed under my feet. The rug was pulled out. And then as I graduate, I feel like the industry has changed, not as drastically, but it's kind of pulled out from under my feet. Everyone I looked forward to working with possibly at IGN is gone. And now
Heck
I
yeah.
think Jose is the final nail in the coffin because he was kind of the last guy I really was looking forward to eventually meeting.
Yes,
He was the last one. And it's the entire industry has changed. And I wonder, is IGN where I want to be? And
That is why I'll jump in here for a second. That is why I have slowly started saying since I've started going to these events and stuff like that.
Is that what I want to
IGN
do?
IGN's not the thing anymore for me. And I think like
Yeah.
going to this stuff has made me realize that. Like we have looked at that as like IGN, like over here in the corner, when in reality it's just like anything that could pay me money in this
Talk
field
about video
to do
games?
full time, I will gladly accept that.
Yeah. And it's
So like I am not picky at this point. IGN, sure, yeah, why not? Let's go for it. But like
I'm not picky to begin with, but
Any other
I don't.
place.
I'm just. I look.
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
But that I mean, I think just going to a couple of these events and like meeting these people and realizing like, oh, this is just a guy. Like
and
I listen to this guy a lot, but he's just a guy. Like
another factor in the way I think about it is I have Abby now, and I think Michael, you might relate to this too now that you're engaged. But like, I'm not the only one making decisions anymore. And at least the decisions I make impact another person now is probably a better way to put it. I can't just say, say IGN offered me a job, I can't just immediately go, yes, of course, because that involves removing another person from their job. What are you doing? What is this?
you said yes, so I did.
Oh, okay. That involves bringing
Fucking
her
nerds.
across the country where
We're
she
talking
would
about
have
fucking
to.
video games. You're the
Jesus.
fucking nerd.
She's, she might have to get a completely different teaching license. I think that's actually a guarantee, and that would pull her from her dream job as a science teacher for 7th graders. And it's.
I mean, you could do it though. It's kind of like
I
the
could do it.
Bible, where like Joseph and like his wife was with child, and they had to travel all that way. And they got
Julia
there
Child?
at the end.
Yes,
They were
but
pregnant?
it's.
Named them Michael
Man,
Logan Mario.
Yeah, and and she is totally 100% supportive of my dream and goal, and I know she
Abby,
would
can you confirm this in the comments, please?
confirm in the comments below, please.
Like, comment, subscribe.
She is like my biggest supporter, and I know she would back me if like IGN came and said, do this job. She would totally back me. But I go in with hesitation, and this isn't to put any like blame or concern or worry on her, but it's like I got to think about more than just one person now.
Yeah, I can understand this in a lot of ways. Like if I ever I've always had obviously dreams of working in places like say Austin or San Francisco, places that I follow pretty much like, damn, you just slammed the shit out of whatever that was. But
more tequila.
Exactly. But I've had hopes and dreams that I would do video stuff, in those different areas. But then you also have to take into account that I've, been dating the same girl for 5 years. And I would need to now understand, like, what does she want to do? Does she not want to leave the state?
It's so interesting having it's added a completely, and I think, wonderful new dynamic to life having to do it with another person.
Yeah.
Because the way we flow and have to come to decisions, I think is incredibly I've never had to do this for the past 20 something years.
Logan, was that you?
Yeah,
No,
where
it
was
was
that? You are totally the Mario character right now.
That
That's
was
with the screen in the background. Somebody on the internet. Question block right there.
no, that was my phone. Sorry, guys. My Amazon Now delivery just finished. It's out there, but I'm not going to pick it up just yet.
Wait a second. Amazon Now at like 11 o'clock at night?
Welcome to Chicago, baby.
Yes.
You can do that?
I bought a Xbox controller charger wire plus the adapter battery, and I bought Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters?
Wait, they just showed up? Dude,
Yeah.
finish what you were saying,
Okay,
and
hey,
then go get those Nutter
Abby's
Butters.
back in the comments. Abby, can you confirm that you are 1 with child, 2 that you care about Max and his dreams, and 3 that you love him? Just those 3 things.
Also, that you are pregnant and you're probably about like 6 months away from giving birth, and that you're going to name the child Michael Logan Mario, no matter what the sex of the baby.
Gee whiz, guys.
And that's all.
How's that
hyphen-
honor?
you
That's all hyphenated. That's just all one name.
If you believe that gender's fluid, that's fine too.
So yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, so like, comment, subscribe. Max, you said we were talking the other day. I think I was messaging you about A Way Out, that new that one new game.
That game, yeah.
It was either
Come on,
that
I'm
or
gonna go
it
get
was
my
either
order.
that or Sea of Thieves, and you're like, oh man, they look cool, but we really don't do co-op games. You better hope you're into co-op. You better hope you're into co-op
Sea of
games
Thieves.
now, though, with your new living situation.
No.
Your
I
new
life
baby,
situation. Actually,
you
when
know?
I first
Your life's now a co-op game.
saw A Way
You're in
Out,
the first trimester, dude.
when I first saw A Way Out, I immediately thought of playing with Abby because it's a couch co-op design game. It was Sea of Thieves.
Is it because you? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that joke.
You're a monster.
I
No,
immediately
Sea
thought
of
of
Thieves,
Abby.
Logan.
Actually watching this time.
Sea of Thieves was what we were talking about because it's that online multiplayer experience.
Oh, I thought you were saying a way out. It was funny in my head. It's mean, but
No, I know what you're saying.
okay. What were you saying?
This
Sorry.
is. I think
Max is
Mario
all
was the
over
one.
place.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Okay. Let's hone it in, guys.
We just need to get Max to drink before every one of these podcasts, and then we don't need any sort of structure.
We don't need any structure at all. You know,
We'll do that before every podcast. Max might develop
Not
an
sponsored, I
alcohol
promise.
addiction now.
can I see the Nutter Butters?
This podcast is brought to you by Amazon Prime Now.
Yeah.
Dude,
you
oh my
could-
gosh, I
where-
wish.
Where you
Yeah,
can also
if we
get
would be making money off this then.
Mario, show them. What did you get? A Xbox One charger. Make some noise so then it shows you. Make some noise. Hold on. Not you.
Do the ASMR, Mario. Like, do ASMR on the box.
And also a Ready Player One
What
book
the-
by
Oh,
Ernest
I've heard-
Klein.
I've heard of that.
Great book. 9.5 out of 10.
The audio version of
And-
this episode is going to be so weird.
And also,
Sorry. Go check out our
And-
YouTube channel.
is that another book? I can't tell. Twin
Twin
Peaks.
Peaks.
Is that a visual novel?
A novel.
It's The Secret History of Twin Peaks.
Okay. And
I
also,
just
now is this the final the coup de grace, as some would say?
if it's the Nutter Butters,
and-
it is.
And Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters
Not a
are
sponsor.
so good.
Is that Keebler or Nabisco? Oh, it's Nabisco. This podcast is also brought to you by Nabisco, where you can also butter up your nutters.
Jeez.
And lastly, this podcast is brought to you by Audible, where you can listen to Ready Player One with free tokens, I think.
Gee whiz, man. Well, this podcast is not sponsored in any capacity.
Okay.
Podcast,
Yeah, but now
Actually,
we are.
I'll bring it back to this.
Logan, bring it back into the sadness.
One last thing. I do actually, this is maybe a weird conversation I actually have on the air. How can we make money from this? Because let's actually do that.
Hold on.
Need
all right, guys.
That is
to listen.
I think that's a behind closed doors talk. That's
No,
totally
like,
strayed from the depression.
Okay,
quick
I
idea.
have the solution, guys.
Broad spectrum.
I have the solution, guys. We all
Oh,
start premium Snapchats.
That's a
We
great
sell
idea.
Nudes.
Nude, that's a really great idea. I'm
we
not
get
in
the
a
monies.
I'm not in a
I
relationship.
already-
I'm sure Abby is fine with an open relationship. Sound off in the comments below if I'm correct with that.
Abby, send us nudes.
Jeez, do not. Hold on. No, don't listen to Michael. He's an engaged man.
I have nothing to contribute to that. I started it. But yeah, we should.
Anyway.
Anyways, to make money. Well, the first thing we should do is monetize our videos.
Which I've brought up before.
Yeah, I mean, it would be
dollar,
like
baby.
half,
Yeah.
half cents, but it would work. I mean, like cents, like CENTS.
Yes.
Patreon would be a way. You know, I don't know, like that. Those
I mean,
would
we
be the two
don't
things.
need to actually
Monetizing
have
the
a real
videos.
conversation about it. I was expecting like funny ideas, like the Snapchat one was
Oh.
a good idea.
Oh well, the Snapchat one. I mean, I already have nudes prepared, so
Yes.
if we need to do that,
I have a series of them from San Francisco that I still haven't released.
I have a
with
series of pictures of other people's penises that I pose as mine. So they're a little bit like on the brown side
I have a story for
that
you.
are not too long, but they're not too short. You know what I'm saying? They're not too stubby. They're a good length. You know, a bit girthy, but a good length.
I got a good story where that's actually a real thing. There was a girl I used to know in high school. She was a lesbian, but I had a crush on her before I knew she was a lesbian. Turns out she was a
She
lesbian.
sent you, and you sent nudes.
So at the last day of high school, after we graduated, she was like, "You know what? I kind of like you," and I was confused. And she was like, "I'll exchange, right?" So we do the whole like, "Yeah, okay." I send mine, you send me yours, whatever. Never heard from her again, right? Never heard from her again. Turns out she's actually been pretending to be a man on at this time not Instagram. Sorry, what was it? Messenger of Yahoo, AIM, whatever. Being a man, and then she's contacted everyone from school and basically was using them as designer penises to attract ladies. So I'm out there somewhere.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that
And I was about to wrap
that
up
your penis is a nominee for greatest penis in her mind. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
She might have just
Is it
thrown it out
her?
afterwards.
No,
Is
it's
it her or his mind?
I mean, she still goes by she. Are we talking about pronouns?
She's posing as a man.
On
the internet.
She doesn't think herself a man.
No.
She poses as a man.
Because
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
is that
don't-
called catfishing?
I guess it's
that was catfishing before catfishing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We've completely derailed from the topic.
Hold on, I'm reading
We've
the
entered
live chat.
We've entered new
and,
ground.
I regret everything.
We've broke new ground
Who-
on this podcast.
Who cares about the topic? This is interesting. Okay.
Okay, so she sends your
Speaking about depression, you're probably not depressed anymore because she used your penis as like, this is good penis. Here's the good penis.
Yeah, it would be. This is the good one, right?
ladies and gentlemen, Mario is well hung. Just letting you know.
Here's the good, no? How about this one? Is this the good penis?
She has
Max's
a dealer's
parents
choice.
still listen to this show too. I wonder if my professor still listens to this.
I don't. My
Rodney,
parents,
what's
my
up?
my dad definitely listens to this. So I apologize,
well,
Dad.
Look, Max's dad. What's your dad's first name?
John.
All right, John. You now know that Mario has the good penis.
Is my penis like the best girl?
Just remember that when we go to Max's wedding. That's all you need to know. This is Mario.
Oh, it's fine. I've already said so much. I've already like ridiculed Max so much. Your parents probably hate me. So
My dad hasn't called you out specifically, so you should be fine.
I should be good.
God damn.
Works.
Ladies and gents, we have subjected you to some strange things this evening. That is
a good
episode number
episode.
13 of the Model Citizen Show.
Jeez, he's trying to wrap us up.
I suggest you maybe watch the video version of this.
Lucky number
because
13,
there have
dude.
been some strange things that have been happening.
Yeah.
You can find all of our other podcasts over at modelcitizensmedia.com. We've got Millennial Gaming Speak, where we talk about all of my E3 ventures this past week. We've got Reeling in the Years, which I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
That's my thought on that one.
I want to say we'll do it next week for
I
sure.
want to say we'll. You want to just start back fresh in July, first week of July? Does that work? Or frick?
Yeah.
4th of July, maybe
Yeah.
throw that off.
Sure.
First week of July.
July.
We also
July.
mix up some scheduling things. I'll talk to Max about that afterwards. Reeling in the Years music podcast. We got 5 episodes of that up. You can go listen to that. You've also got Behind the Pixel with Mr. Danny O'Dwyer. He is our guest for the month.
Listen to
And-
so
No
good.
And Danny is launching his Final Fantasy 14 direct.
Yeah.
Or
He is
This
back on
episode-
soon.
This episode is brought to you by No Clip, from the greatest video game documentaries.
On
You
the
should watch
interwebs.
it. Yeah, you should
Dude.
actually watch it.
Did you know, quick aside real quick, did you guys know, I've known this for a while, that there is a documentary coming out at the end of this year about the entire process of how Next Machina was made? Did you guys
Really?
know that? Yeah, they've been filming a documentary
did
since
know that.
2014.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
they've been filming for a long time.
It's pretty sick.
So
I'm
it
excited.
comes out at the end of the year. This podcast is not brought to you by Housemark or Next Machina, but you should go
They
play
did
those
retweet
games.
us though. They did.
They did retweet us.
This
They did
episode is brought to
retweet
you
us.
by Housemark.
They do. They follow me.
This episode is brought
Next-
to you by
They follow
Next
actually all
Machina.
3 of us except Logan.
Robots. They don't follow me.
Really?
And I
I
did
know.
extended
You
coverage of them
actually
outside of
talked
just the
about it.
podcast.
They follow me, and I do nothing
Next-
on this show.
Next Machina is out now. Play it.
I-
It's a
I did
9.5
not
out of
buy
10
it.
thanks to Dual Shockers.
I
Right,
should
right, Logan?
5 out of 10.
I haven't bought it yet.
You should, because there's way more content. We've also got Behind the Pixel with Max and Danny and Alex O'Neill
Beneath
and
the
Yacht Club
Pixel
Games
with
and all that
Max.
good stuff. And you can look beneath it too if you want.
Oh wow! Hey,
That
guys,
is
in the live chat though, someone does say "beneath the pixel," so that meme exists. It's still good.
Oh yes,
Beneath the
Good job,
pixel
Brian.
still exists.
yes.
You guys are the worst. This whole
Fanbase
thing
be back.
is awful. Is Behind the Pixel.
Well, that's not what the comments say. Continue, Logan.
I was just gonna say we're done. I guess that's it.
All right.
That's episode number
Like,
13
comment,
of-
subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Leave us reviews on all those platforms. You can find Millennial Gaming Speak on SoundCloud. You can follow us on Twitter. Michael is at super_ruse. Max is at Max the Light.
ROOC.
You've got Mario. He's at that Mario Rivera. I am at Moreman12. Model Citizens is at Model Pods. Follow all those accounts, please. I brought this up one time on Millennial Gaming Speak. I think I've probably had over or under. And no, I think I've probably had under 5 followers collectively from plugging your Twitter account at the end of the episode. Like, I'm trying to think lifetime. I've recorded probably 120, 125, 130, 150 podcasts. Probably less than 5 of my Twitter followers have been because of me telling people to follow us at the end of that. I'm sure that's probably the same for all of us too.
Yeah, probably.
I would assume.
Yeah.
But anyway, go follow us. That is it for this episode. Again, I've said that like 6 times now, but I think that's it. Unless somebody else is going to tell a weird story about good penis or something.
Well,
I guess the best penis.
Mario's got the good dick, dude. He's got the good dick.
Amen. That's it for this episode. Thanks so much for listening. We will see you back next week. I'm sorry.